Hi guys! It's that time of year, or almost there anyway, and so I wanted to have a quick chat today about my plans for December and to have a little haul of some of the new goodies that I have picked up for this year. So let me pull some of this aside and we'll go through some of the new things that I picked up. Okay, so I bought a lot. I bought a lot of stuff, probably more than I had intended to. But before I bought all of this lot, I went through my existing December stash, and it's probably 2 or 3 years old, and I've been adding little bits and pieces to it as I go. But I got serious this year, went through it, and did actually pull out a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't think I would use again. It wasn't really my style anymore, or I've had for 2 or 3 years and still haven't used, so clearly wasn't going to. I put that all together in a kit and gave that to one of my patrons, so I'm sort of starting fresh this year. I didn't really get anything as far as a kit goes. I just bought lots of stuff from scrapbook.com and some stuff from Rosie Studios. I did grab though the Jolly and Joyful kit from Feed Your Craft and In a Creative Bubble, almost 100% exclusively for these awesome little puppy stickers. I was so in love with them. They're so tiny and cute and little gingerbread men. I know that Geraldine just makes the cutest cards and papers. There are die cuts in the pack, and it gives me a stamp set to use. So I was stoked to grab that. My first kit got lost in the mail, so I was crying about that because they were sold out. But luckily Elise at Feed Your Craft was awesome and sent me another replacement kit almost straight away. That one did not get lost, so I finally have it here. So that's really the only kit sort of element that I've got as far as cards and journaling cards, that sort of thing goes. So what I did do is, as well as buying all of this like physical product, I did go to In a Creative Bubbles shop and grab a couple of the digital journaling cards. I think a couple of them were from this year, but I did buy one from last year as well. I bought some more of her digitals last year too, so I've always got those to use. So as far as journaling cards go, I will be almost exclusively digital, apart from the few that are in this kit. So the things that I did buy, like I said, they're mostly from scrapbook.com. So I got a couple of alphas. I got these Again and Again alphas, which have been a total favorite this year. Obviously my color scheme is still gonna be my favorite. Pink, red, teal, a little bit of green maybe. I'm not varying from what I love. This is what I love for Christmas. I'm not really a kind of like traditional dark red, dark green kind of person, so I'm sticking with what I like, which is kind of the pastels. It works nicely with a summer Christmas here. So I've got these Again and Again alphas. They're the wood grain, but they do have that little peachy pink foam underneath, which I thought worked nicely, as well as these Pink Fresh, I think it's called, yeah, Home for the Holidays alphas. I just really loved them, and they're quite a different style to the Again and Again ones. Nice to have two different options there. As far as paper goes, I went a tiny bit crazy with 6x6 pads. So I got the Holly Jolly collection from My Mind's Eye, just because it's got those perfect colors. I love the 6x6 pads because the patterns are smaller, and that's definitely more what I'm comfortable with. These ones have some gorgeous gold foiling on them, and they are double-sided, which makes them super handy as well. Just quickly flick through those. I love the stripes. I love that pink, the sort of the pastel-y kind of ones. They're just so cute. All these buffalo plaids. There's lots of plaids in here, which is really cute. Candy canes, again, another big theme for me. And there's 2 of each, which I always love. I got this Home for Christmas 6x6 from Fancy Pants Designs because I love the more sort of neutrally kind of pastel colours in it. There's 2 of each one in here. There's less designs in here, and I'm not so much interested in like snowflakes. but neutral kind of gingerbread houses. They're more sort of brown tones, I guess, just to offset some of the brighter pinks that I'm going to be working with. Love some of those neutrals. Just gives me a little bit of variety, some options. And I also got Merry Little Christmas from Pebbles, which again has got this beautiful gold foiling on it. This is one of my favorite collections this year, just so fun and whimsical, which is what I enjoy for December. I love that there's some plainer ones in here. The Ho 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 pattern's one of my favorites, and look at all that gold. I've used some of this collection already from the Citrus Twist December kit, so I knew that I loved it and wanted it. Love this pattern here. Fun to have a cut apart in here too. That's one of my favorites. So much so I did buy the 12 by 12 too. I didn't, and there's doubles of those ones as well. So I didn't buy many 12 by 12 papers. This is literally the only one because I love these little peppermint candies, and it's got my favorite stripe on the back. So that was the one 12 by 12 paper I bought. I also bought a couple of different glitter papers. This one's sort of, it's so hard to show you on here, the camera's not picking it up. It is a glitter paper, but it's like a matte glitter. It's got the most glorious texture. It's kind of velvety looking. I just adore it. And then a hollow glitter, so it's coming off really silver on camera, but it is a really hologram kind of glitter paper. So that one's from Best Creation. They're both from Best Creation, sorry. So this one, the matte kind of one, is a shimmer sand cardstock, and the other one is just glitter cardstock. So two different kinds of glitter. And then I happened to be in Spotlight one day, and they had design cuts with a view, and they had this Merry Mod Christmas, which I had actually looked at getting from scrapbook.com, but I decided I had enough stuff. But when I saw it here locally at Spotlight, I had to go and grab it because why not? I haven't actually opened this one. So again, I grabbed this one because it's that sort of pastel-y pink and red sort of tones, and I may have been swayed by the fact that it includes glitter sheets in here. So let's have a quick flick through there. Fun little cut aparts, two of each, and they are double-sided as well, which is always handy, especially for those 6 by 8 pages. That's why I wanted to grab a 12 by 12 pad, because I will end up having some 6 by 8 pages, sorry. Love these kind of journal cards. And so it's always handy to have the double-sided papers in there in case anything shows through on the other side. These patterns are slightly more muted in tone than the other papers, the 6 by 6 pads that I've got, but I think it will all tie in really nicely together. Lots of the patterns are reasonably similar, and I think it will work nicely. I love that there are a lot of basics in this pad, as well as the like fancier sort of over-the-top patterns, but I probably end up sticking to these sort of simpler ones more. And here's the glittery ones, so it's hard to see on camera again, but the red is actually glittered, as are the little ornaments, so they might be a fun cut apart. Oh, and so are some of these cut aparts too, so they'll be even cute as well. So that's all of my papers. I grabbed a few little embellishment-y kind of things. Like I said, I grabbed a couple of Rosie Studio pieces from here locally at the warehouse. So this is the Bows and Bells collection. I got the die cut shapes because I didn't pick up any other die cut pieces. So I got those ones here, and I just think it's really cute. They're definitely more focused on like a Southern Hemisphere Christmas, so not so much snow and snowmen and cozy sort of things, but more fun and pretty. And a little bit of foam stickers with the glitter again, but they're that same sort of pinks and reds, and I love the gold too, so got those. Oh, I did grab the Holly Jolly die cuts. but you can see what I mean. It's like lots of snowflakes and snowmen, but I did want to have the little Santa, and I love the Nutcracker, and there's lots of gold Christmas trees in here and a few different tags to use, so I think that will be versatile enough to work for my summer Christmas. I also got the Merry Little Christmas washi tapes from Pebbles. There's really only one that's kind of snow themed, so the rest of them would work really nicely for me, but it also has that my favorite stripe on there, so super stoked for those. And again from Spotlight, I just picked up a couple of packs of mini doilies. So one is like the silver glitter and one is just plain white. I don't know how I'm going to use those, but I just wanted to have like a variety of sort of textures, sizes, colors to work with. The other thing I did pick up was a few different kind of, I don't know, tools, pieces to use. So I got this Paper Smooches stencil in the sort of buffalo plaid, which I thought would be really cute, with some embossing paste or, yeah, I'm not sure how I'm using it. I'm not sure how I'm using any of this yet. I just grabbed some things that I thought would work really nicely. I also got the Sassy Christmas stamp set from scrapbook.com because it's so fun. Santa doesn't believe in you either. All I want for Christmas is cash. Spoiler alert, it's coal, you know why. Those are all my sorts of humour, so I grabbed that because I thought it was really fun. And I got this wood grain embossing folder from Rosie Studio, again to add a little bit more texture into here and to pick up some of those more sort of wood tones that I'm going to be using. So the colour scheme kind of becomes like pink, red, teal and wood grain, which I think is going to be really, really fun. So as far as my album goes this year, I didn't want to buy a new album. There weren't really any that I liked and was willing to pay the money and shipping on. So what I did was look through my stash, and I had an old 6x8 binder from Studio Calico. It was an Ashley G collaboration, I think, but what had happened to this album is it had sat on my shelf in direct sunlight for some really strong direct sunlight for probably about a year, and when I pulled it off the shelf it had faded considerably. It did not look nice. I was gonna have to recover it at some point to use it, and so it just got popped away in my stash, and I never pulled it out again. So when I was looking for an album this year, I decided I wanted to do 6x8, so I had a look to see what I had. This one was here and I just recovered it. So I've recovered it literally with just some book cover vinyl. So I had this wood grain one, and I decided to do the spine a different color. So I went with pink. I found this pink adhesive fabric, so I used that to cover the spine and then did the back with the wood grain as well. It's not perfect, it's not neat, well, it's as neat as I could get it. It's not perfect is what I'm saying, it's not shop bought, but I really love it. I think it will work nicely for the colours that I want to use, and so this is what I'm going with. Plus I love the fact that it cost me nada. So apart from recovering the album, I've also just made myself this little charm to go on the side here. I bought a few little charms. I've got some wee Tim Holtz bells and some little baubles with sequins in them. I went through my stash and found a few little beads and crystals, and I also made a couple of little polymer clay charms just following a tutorial from Creative Rachie on YouTube, and I really love it. So it's going to be so hard to show you, but it's going to hang sort of down the side of my spine, which gives me enough room to add my date into here, and it just sort of tarts up the spine a little bit, otherwise it would be pretty plain. And I love how sparkly and pretty it is. As far as page protectors inside, there were a bunch that I already had with the 6 hole punch in them, so I've got those to use. I also picked up a few other ones. I really love the 2x2 squares, so I picked up a couple of different packs from Echo Park and a variety pack from Simple Stories. These only have the 2 holes in them, so I will have to hole punch them, but hopefully that won't be as tricky as I think it might be, and it will give me just the variety that I want in my album. So the other thing that I wanted to share with you is that in December, over on my Patreon page, I am going to be celebrating the 12 days of Craftmas. So for December only, there is going to be one video every second day for my Paper Pals level of patrons, and it's just my little way of saying thank you and helping to celebrate the season with you all. So if you are not already a patron, I would love it if you head over and take a look if you're interested in December content, and it won't just be pocket pages. There will be pages that I put into my December daily album, but all sorts of other little Christmassy crafts that I do. Please pop over, have a look, see whether you want to join up. Obviously, you can join just for December. I would love it if you stuck around. We have a whole bunch of fun over there. But otherwise, it's pretty good value just to head over and check out those 12 crafty videos for Craftmas. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you've got any questions about anything you've seen. I will leave all the links I can down below in the description box for you. Otherwise, I hope you are looking forward to December as much as I am, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!